YouTube, is Legend. Today in the market, it dropped earlier today, but looks like it started turning back around and came back up. So anyway, let's jump right on in and see where we're at. LLY, we actually had a green day here. It's kind of moving up. It did get above that RSI2, so I did nothing on this one, still no stop. KO, we had a green day. We did cross up above the MA5 here, and this is that green line, the MA5. I did cross up above it. So tomorrow, if we get a green candle above it, then I'll be able to set my stop right here at that MA5, and hopefully we can continue to see this one to go on up. For ABBV, we had a little bit of a green candle. It has not got above that MA5 here yet, but it is approaching it, so we'll stay patient with this one. AVGO, we had a little bit of a red candle, but it is back to about where it was at yesterday. I think this one here is starting to flatten out. Could be a good sign for it to turn around and head back up. So TSM looks like it is above our MA5, but it's sitting right there on the line. So for this one, I'm going to wait until tomorrow to set that stop. If I get a green candle tomorrow above the MA5, I'll set that stop at 187.66. But for now, since it is just about to touch it, I'm going to wait, as I do not want to get stopped out early on this one. VOO, this is the one where we had a red day on the market, came way down, and then it just shot right back up. So we did touch that MA5, so hopefully tomorrow we can get start getting that candle above that MA5 and moving on up, set our stop, and ride it throughout. PANW had a little bit of a green candle today as well. We've got earnings coming up, so hopefully that's a positive sign for us, and we can continue to ride this one up as well. NVDA, it had a big day today. It shot up above the MA5, but it is engulfing that MA5, so I will not set a stop on this one yet until we get that green candle above it. But once we do, and if it just continues on from this point up, then I will be able to set my stop at that 144.43. AMZN, again, another big day for this one as well. We are still below the MA5, but we are definitely up for the day. So let's slide over to the stock tracker sheet and see where we're at. Okay, so here we are on the YouTube stock tracker sheet. This is just going to reiterate a little bit of what we just went over, but it shows how many shares I have and my averages as well. So let's knock these out pretty quick here. LLY 15 shares at 816.46. We are still about 10% down on this one with no stop. KO 80 shares at 63.51. We're about 1% down on this one, no stop, but you can see that our MA5 is now green over here on this column, meaning that it is above the current price. It turns green when the current price is above the MA5. ABBV 24 shares at 170.75. We're about 2% down on that one. AVGO 16 shares, 168.58. About 1% down on that one. TSM, we actually are above our cost. That's why you see these cells over here with a question mark, because that's just notifying me that it is above my calculated average, and that if I needed to sell it, I could and make a profit off of that. So TSM 4 shares at 187.25. We're about 1% up on this one. VOO 4 shares at 540.20. We're about 0.5% up on this one. PANW, we're at 2 shares at 386.20 with 0.5% up on this one. NVDA with 4 shares, 140.49 average. We are almost 5% up on this one. AMZN, 3 shares at 201.58, and we're 1.5% up on this one. And since we haven't sold anything today, our our gain is still at 621.19, but looks like things are starting to come back up a little bit. We'll see if we're able to set some stops tomorrow and hopefully lock in some profits. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you get into any stock plays. Until next time, legend out.